Zion Williamson is one of the best young players in the league. He had an insane sophomore season where he scored 27 points per game on historic efficiency, putting up one of the greatest scoring seasons of all time. Towards the end of the year, he had an injury. He broke his left foot and has still not returned to play. There are multiple issues with this situation. The main issue, in my opinion, is the lack of communication and the miscommunication from the Pelicans. On media day, it was said that Zion would be back by the start of the season, and well, obviously that didn't happen. And even reports about the development of this injury have been very iffy throughout and not great at all. Along with the Pelicans being the Pelicans, and with high media outlets wanting to get their interactions, the Zion fiasco has been gone to an unnecessarily frustrating extent, and we really need to talk about it.
They be like, what? Can you teach me how to dirty? You know why? Cause all the bitches love it. All I need is a beat that's super bumpin'. And for you to back it up and dump it.
Leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I will be dropping very regular NBA content, and with the NBA season going on, this should interest you. So do subscribe to the channel. The Zion Williamson situation, if you don't know what it is already, is basically the media posting pictures of Zion where he looks overweight. It has become a trend all over to call Zion fat, and people are starting to question how long he can stay in the NBA. While I do think questioning Zion's availability is a very valid concern, after all, he's had a surgery every year since high school. The way media has been portraying this situation and the way fans have been receiving the situation is something I do not like whatsoever. I've talked about this a lot on my Twitter, which you should follow if you haven't already, link in description. Basically, my main point has been that I don't know how people expected a guy who was already 284 pounds to begin with to develop into peak shape when he literally broke his foot. Like, do you all not realize how dumb that is? Sure, you can say a perfect diet could have helped him, but when you're already that big, a diet can take you only so far. After a certain point, you have to work out. So people calling him overweight when he literally broke his foot and according to reports was strongly advised not to work out is incredibly dumb. And guess what? In the span of few weeks, Zion actually looks significantly better than he did when he was injured. There are multiple pictures of him from the past 2 to 3 days posted by people which clearly show that Zion is not 300 pounds and is definitely far from 330 pounds like people are saying he is. The most irritating part about this is how misleading the media coverage is. Like the recent picture which went around of Zion made him look much bigger than he is because he was literally wearing multiple layers at the time. But of course, the media left out this information because it doesn't fit their narrative that Zion is an overweight bum who doesn't do anything to make his weight better even though he literally can't. There was a report on November 18th by Pelican insider Ole Kosel, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, in which, according to an Athletic article, people who have watched Zion work out live think he's far from unhealthy right now, and that was about 20 days ago. As mentioned, there have been multiple pictures and multiple workout videos showing his improvement. There are two main reasons which I would like to address about Zion losing weight and why people calling him overweight and fat is incredibly dumb. The reason Zion is so unstoppable, the reason he had such a historic season last year even though his team didn't really complement his play style, and the reason he was the most hyped prospect since LeBron freaking James is how freakishly athletic he is while being so massive. Do you remember the highlight last season where Zion just slightly pushed Kuzma and Kuzma fell down to the floor and slid down very far? Yeah. Zion's incredible athleticism combined with that massive truck-like body is what makes this dude so special. Though he definitely can be healthier, people don't realize how hard it is to find the perfect balance of weight and how massive of an impact it can have on a player if not done perfectly. For example, Anthony Davis this season. The Anthony Davis we know from previous years was considered a generationally skilled power forward because of how agile, quick and athletic he was at that size. This year he has put on a lot of muscle weight, which is a massive reason why he's looked so much worse this year in contrast to previous seasons. And the second reason is Zion literally has generational wealth and access to one of the best trainers all over the world. Like, though in my first point I stated that finding the balance is really hard, losing weight when you have access to these facilities after you're healthy is not hard at all. And in my opinion, from all the pictures we've seen of Zion from non-mainstream media sources, I'm more than convinced he has lost enough weight, thanks to probably the same personal physical trainers. So even if you're not convinced, think to yourself how long it's really going to take for him to get back into shape with all the facilities we have in 2021. All I'm going to ask of all of you is to keep the same energy when Zion is back and is averaging 27 points on historic efficiency again and plays like he hasn't missed a beat. And if this video did convince you to change your perspective, great. Because at the end of the day, you're fat shaming a 21-year-old kid who is genuinely one of the nicest guys in all of the NBA league right now and has one of the most jubilant personalities in all of the NBA. All this when the dude hasn't said a single word to the media since Media Day on September 27th, which has been about 50 days ago at this point. 50 whole days when Zion Williamson hasn't said a single word to the public, but is constantly in the news for all the wrong reasons for no reason. With that, we have come to the end of the video. Be sure to leave a like if you got a new perspective and you agree with this video. And do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.